If you made a good deal of progress on your healing journey, your relationships probably improved, you've healed your attachment patterns, your relationship to money is improved significantly, you wake up in the morning and you feel more energized and purposeful. In today's video, I want to take this concept of when are we healed and what does it feel like to live in a regulated nervous system one layer deeper than you might already know. So there's a little boy or a little girl within you. And when you heal, you not only heal for the adult version of yourself that is living in this purpose, in these fulfilled relationships, you're first and foremost healing for the inner child within you. And you probably have heard of inner child work and have had dialogues with your inner child already. In this video, though, I again want to dive a bit deeper into that. Because it's not just about healing the inner child, where we mostly meet 6 or 7 year old versions of ourselves in our active imaginations or journeys through our subconscious. It's not only about healing these parts, because you not only have one inner child, and this is a crucial misconception that I see all around the healing circles, that you only have one inner child. You have multiple inner children from age 0 to age 18, sometimes even 21, that demand your attention. And all of these inner children have different ways of showing themselves to you. In the first years of you developing a healthy attachment system, you developing a healthy relationship with your body, a burdened inner child will have a very different effect than, for example, a burdened teenager or a burdened 11-year-old that is struggling to go through puberty, that is overwhelmed with the activation of sexual energy within you, that is asking the deep questions about who am I, where am I going? We want to talk about this right now, and let's take it a little step into the deeper realms of inner child healing. And actually, let's take a look at what, in the process of healing your inner child and the various inner children that are within you, there are green flags showing up on your healing journey. So again, you are becoming a healthy adult in service of your inner children. And mostly we're becoming a healthy adult for the inner children from the years 3 to 6 to 7. But what if I told you healing is not about healing the inner child from that section, but it's about becoming who you would have needed, not only for the inner child, but also for the past versions of yourself that are not dating back into childhood, but several years back. You need to become someone that your inner teenager admires. You need to become someone that can be there for the part within you that is maybe still struggling in that realm of the toxic relationship that you had a few years back. You need to even become a person that is able to hold the pain that you've been carrying 2 weeks ago. You not only have inner children within you, you have an inner adult that needs a healthy modeling. And this is what growth is. And I would say the degree to which you heal is the degree to which you're able to hold the past versions of yourself, to hold these inner representations of yourself with more grace and with more warmth and with more openness. And this is not only about the inner children, but all the various parts within you. Can you be someone today that you would have needed yesterday? Can you become someone in this very minute that you would have needed 10 minutes ago? Do you know where I'm getting here? Healing is a constant process of becoming, of getting a deeper relationship with ourselves. It's a process of perpetually maturing in a version of ourselves that can hold bigger emotional complexity. So we're not only growing upwards, we're not becoming bigger as adults, we're also growing outwards. There's a space that is opening up as we heal and as we grow, and the degree to which that space is holding up is the degree to which you can consider yourself healed. And here's the thing. The thing is that while this space is growing, it doesn't mean that the pain is becoming less. It only means that that the tolerance, the capacity to hold that pain is increasing. The pain will probably never go away. And this doesn't mean that you can heal your chronic stress patterns and your chronic tensions in your body and that you will be forever doomed to live a terrible life. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that you will always face challenging situations in your life and stuff from the past will always come up. The goal is not to have these parts constantly repressed. The goal is to have a warm space into which these parts can arise to, and the degree to which you can hold this warmth for all the parts that are coming up is the degree to which you're healed. And this is the biggest green flags besides all of these outside circumstances, good relationships, a good life, you're feeling healthy in your body, you've developed good daily routines for yourself, all of these things that are more on the surface, they are all supported by a deep, deep sense of belonging within your body. And this belonging is not only bound to you feeling happy, it's bound to all of the parts that accumulated over your lifetime to being safe within you, even your inner critic. And this is controversial, and you may have resistance towards that, but bear with me. What if you can even welcome the inner critic and see that this part had a message for you, or at least that the best way to meet this part is compassion and openness? And even the part that is resisting the inner critic, even the part that is maybe threatened by the inner critic, this young part that is constantly being talked down by the inner critic, what if you can hold that as well and include it in your notion of safety and of connection? So we are constantly taking the past into the present moment and embracing it with an ever-growing space that these parts are growing into. So we are allowing the parts to surface. That's the first part. We're allowing the parts to be there. And you can simply ask yourself, can I allow for this emotion, this trigger, this inner critic, this part that is maybe burdening you, that is making your life hell? Can you allow that? And even if you cannot allow that, can you allow that it's difficult for you and even include that difficulty, that part that is triggered by the other part coming up in your notion of wholeness? Can you love that within you which is hating? This is shadow work. It's serious and it's deep. And it goes beyond the surface of what most people consider being healed. It's becoming flexible with whatever is coming up. And through allowing the part, you allow for the flexibility as well. And then you start relating to it. This is the second thing that you're doing. You start relating to it. There's almost this essence of you're looking this part in the eyes and you tell him, hey, I'm here. You're okay the way you are. I've allowed you into that space. And now we can have a conversation face to face where I'm not looking down on you. I'm not putting you up a pedestal, but we have a level-headed conversation and an energetic exchange of interest. I want to hear about your story. I want to hear about the potentials that you bring to the table and all the wounds within you that are not healed yet, because I believe that the wounds that you carry, dear part, are the wounds that I'm carrying for myself. You build a relationship with that part. And you are listening, not only with your ears, you're listening with your whole body. So this is a somatic process. This is not just a parts work thinking process. This is also really factually about the tensions that you carry within you. Maybe you're carrying tension in your face, tension in your neck, tension in your stomach, and maybe even if you're listening right now, you can tune into that tension and listen. But not with your ears, obviously, but with your body, with your soul. Can you allow that tension to be here? Can you allow that feeling to somatically express itself in the way it wants to? Can you reclaim the freedom that comes with you giving yourself full permission to feel everything that is coming up? And can you start relating through the tension in a loving and open, accepting way? And that means you're not doing anything to stretch the tension out. You're not doing anything like breath work or whatever yoga exercise to make the tension go away, because that again would mean relating to it as if it's something dangerous or if it's something bad. You want to just sit with it. And if then the impulse comes to do something with it, perfect. But again, become aware about the intention that you're meeting that part. Become aware of how you relate to that part. And then you're including all of that in your notion of fullness, because I believe you are already full, you are already whole. Healing is more something like remembering rather than going somewhere. Because the pain, it will always be there. The parts will maybe have this fear, have this pain for all of their life. And the intention is not to make that pain go away, because that would simultaneously mean the story, the potential, the part to go away. It means to accept and include that. And you do that not only for your inner children. You do that, again, for who you were yesterday. You are growing, you are allowing that space to grow for who you were yesterday, the past weeks, your first day at school, your first kiss, the first time you got betrayed by a friend, maybe the stress at work that you had a month ago. Can you become someone that is capable of allowing that stress in, of becoming a healthy container for that stress that you felt? Can you be compassionate and warm towards yourself? And the degree to which you can do that is the degree to which you healed. And again, this doesn't mean you are free of pain. That means you are meeting that pains with an ever-growing sense of aliveness, awareness, compassion, and warmth. And this is what it means to become whole. Not that you're ever free of stress, but that you're someone capable of holding that stress with love. I hope this inspired you on your healing journey and in your own conception of what it means to heal. If it did, leave a comment below. I would love to get into a conversation with you. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.